ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy the Ultimate in Returning to Normal Final Fantasy Podcast. I am Joe.
I'm Caleb Craig.
I am Caleb Schweiss.
And today we're going to be going over a lot of news that was in our absence. By absence, I mean all but the Kingsglaive commentary were recorded ahead of time.
And Monster of the Deep. That one
And
was-
Monster of the Deep as well. And
So
that was
really
a
it's-
review. So we had a news catch-up episode, and then we had to pre-record a bunch of stuff. Had a review, had a third commentary, and now we're back to normal again. It's almost like another catch-up episode. But we're going to go over also nominees for next week's 2017 UFF Podcast Awards. So that's pretty exciting. We'll get into that as well. But before we do, where are you in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced? I mean, you had plenty of time, of course, working those 70-hour weeks.
yeah. It is sitting. I'm not quite sure where the game is sitting. I think it's in the PS or the Super. Oh fuck!
You
What
just
is
store it in the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's in the
I put it. I
I
opened
put it
my.
in the memory card slot.
I opened my PS2 and I just like stuffed it in there. That's what I did. I think it's in the Game Boy.
It's hot.
Because I needed to make sure my Game Boy worked, and then I was like, all right, cool. And then I just put it back, and then I haven't touched it since then. I did go back and platinum Monster of the Deep.
Wow.
It took 26 hours, 27 hours.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I should have done that. That's an easy platinum.
We have the VR headset for a while.
I'm not doing it.
See, you say I should have done that, but I
should
know
have done it. In an alternate universe,
where
I
you
should have
care.
done it. Yeah.
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 It was something. One of the last things I had to catch was because one of the trophies is to grab every fish in each zone, and it counts like the random shit you reel in. So like one of the zones, I had to catch a tin can, and it took me like an hour. It was ridiculous. I was getting so pissed
To catch
too.
a tin can.
Yeah, tin fucking can.
Do you have to have certain bait for the tin can?
No, you don't. The tin can grabs on
Dude,
everything.
we were everybody who
Just
was
a
watching him
magnet.
stream.
Oh
that
wait,
was
tin
making
isn't
fun of that.
magnetized. Never mind.
They were making jokes like, "Oh, it's a land can," so he has to like toss his reel onto like the rocks or some shit
Yeah.
to catch the can.
Wow.
The game, it's kind of ridiculous though. The game is almost a fly fishing game. Like sometimes you get bites the second it lands, and that doesn't really happen. Like it does sometimes when you're fishing, but usually you gotta like reel it in and then they bite because they don't just like jump up and
It depends on where you're fishing.
Yeah,
Like if you're fishing on the ocean, I guess it's a lot easier. I've been told that you just catch fish all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much success.
Okay, so never mind. That's just what I've heard.
but I have
and
in
that
lakes-
where we're at, up in high elevation with the trout, they're finicky.
Yeah, you gotta reel in.
But
a
that
bit.
could, once again,
but you
all
can
be
fly
BS.
fish. You can fly fish here too.
Yeah, you do. I've seen
Just in
fly
rivers.
fishers, yeah.
Because then the fish are just going by, and then they just, oh hey, there's something.
Hey, what's up?
And then you fucking whip them out of the water. Yeah, you rip it into their fucking mouth and just shred them up.
That's what happens.
It gets grisly when you have too much weight on there and they swallow the thing and you pull it out and it all comes out with the fucking with the hook, and I'm like, I don't want to
bones and
keep you,
all.
but you're dead, so I probably should.
Wow.
Even though you're tiny. Yeah. But in this game I kept everything. It was like 24 hours. Pretty excited because there were only like 11 people now with the platinum, and I'm one of them. So
Wow, you are of the elite.
yeah, the 136 people who have played the
Who,
game.
number one, bought a VR headset. Number two, bought Monster of the Deep. And number three, platinumed that game.
Yeah.
That is quite the...
It's a very exclusive
it's a
club.
very exclusive club, yes.
Yeah, there's not a lot of crossover between Final Fantasy fans and fishing and lovers of virtual reality.
That we can see. With the numbers. It's pretty fucking sad.
So I was going to start Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and then I decided to quit my job. And you would think, well, if you decided to quit your job, how come you're not playing Tactics Advanced? Well,
Yeah,
I'll
why
tell
the
you.
fuck not?
I'll tell you. I want to stream every game that I play from now on, so long as I have the means. So, despite having an entire episode devoted to getting a Game Boy Advance, basically we have an entire episode devoted to getting a prize for our iTunes reviews. Because I'm going to use the Game Boy player that was sent to us by a listener, and I'm going to be playing that through the GameCube, and I'll be streaming all of Tactics. So after this week might be a little bit sporadic because I'm still working for one more week, but after that I will be streaming daily Tactics Advance until I beat it, or nearly daily, probably Monday through Saturday. So if you want to check that out, that'll be on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'll be streaming it too before that because I need to get it done.
Oh, you want to take it first?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because I have another week until you're done.
See, I was under the impression that we had 2 Game Boy players, but I guess we got some sort of hookup so that we could both play something. Is that right?
Yeah, we only have one.
Okay, we only have one. So
I mean, you could buy one if you want.
one of
but
us has to take it for 2 weeks. The other person has to take it for the other 2 weeks. So you're going to go first then.
I think so, since you're working the next week. I'll just
Okay.
try to cruise.
And you have no choice. You have to work the whole time.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. So Schweiss is going to be streaming Tactics Advance,
Look forward to 12-hour streams.
and
on that.
I will be marathoning Legend of Zelda the day this comes out. So come on to Nude Clan if you want to see me stream Legend of Zelda sometime in
What
the
are
day.
you getting to play it on the Wii?
I'm going, well, I
Oh.
bought Zelda,
Oh, I know what you're
and
gonna do.
I'm going to emulate it. So
Okay.
it's the same thing. You have save states on the DS, so might as
But
well
you
just
don't
use
on
the
the Wii.
emulator thing. And I will not use the speed dealio. I'll just
You'd be nuts to do it in
I'll
there.
just do the
Yeah,
normal thing.
Zelda is not the game.
Zelda's
to
not the
do,
game for that anyway.
The multiples, the speed.
So I will be all caught up on all games at that point. It'll be nice. And then, of course, nominees for Nude Clan next week. So this year is going to be a good year for the podcasts. I think Ultima Final Fantasy, I think we're going to be coming out with reviews quite regularly.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that because I was looking over the 2017 stuff, and because we played 14 for so long within that, or maybe that's just the look that I have. We had a 14 chunk, and then of course we had a chunk where over the last 2 months we were working. So we were working for the Christmas dealio at our post jobs, right? And there was no way that we could get all the gaming in for the shows. So this is going to be kind of an opposite direction sort of thing. Hopefully it's a year like 2015 was, where it was pretty regular. So I'm excited to get to that. That's a big goal on my mind is to get these Final Fantasy games out on time, and not get behind. So that's my pledge to my Ultima Final Fantasy listeners. We will be playing these games and beating them regularly. So I hope to see your reviews and your questions based on the games when we ask for them, and get some feedback on them. We're going to start going into the rest of the Evil East Alliance. What's after Tactics Advance? Which should be reviewed in 4 weeks.
Tactics Advance 2.
That's right. Wait, is that... Okay.
We're doing it in... Oh, wait, no. Were we doing it in release order? I think we were, actually.
No.
If you
'cause,
were, then you would've
we
played
would've
Vagrant
done
Story.
Vagrant Story. I think we're doing all the tactics and then Vagrant Story. Or we were doing them in world release. I'll have to look at the list. We'll find out. It's going to be an Evil East game, though.
No way.
We just have Tactics Advance 2 and Vagrant Story. Is there another Tactics?
No.
No. Okay, good. Then it's just those.
Yeah. It should just be those.
Glad we're through with Revenant Wings. By the way, listen to the Revenant Wings review yesterday. I've been listening to all of our old reviews on like 2 times speed. It's just refreshing myself up on the series that I haven't touched in like 4 months. At least it feels that way, I guess. And we actually liked Revenant Wings.
Yeah, I think overall it's fine.
I've been bitching on Revenant Wings for forever now. And then I listened to the review and I'm like, hold on. I was positive towards this thing. So maybe it pulled The Last Jedi. Where
The
I
more you
liked
thought
it
about
initially, except for that final boss the final two bosses that I had problems with. And then it just slowly over time just became more and more poisonous as I thought back on it. I'm like, hold on. This thing was not good.
Yeah.
But we did not like Dirge of Cerberus. I think you might have been right. I think Dirge of Cerberus in our minds back then, at least in my mind back then, I guess I'm speaking for you right now, so I shouldn't be.
Probably not.
Is that Revenant Wings was not that bad. Dirge was bad, but over time, Revenant Wings has become the bad game in my memory. Which is kind of, I don't know, it's just human nature. It's just,
Well,
we just gotta go back in time. It's like, hold on, my perspective has been slowly changing, and I didn't realize
well,
it.
I would still. I mean, even at the time, I think I would have put Revenant Wings kind of near the bottom of the list.
Oh,
just because-
definitely.
But I mean, it's still fine. It's still there's a gap. Like there's a bottom of the lake where Dirge, FF10-2, base maybe base
Monster
11.
of the Deep.
Monster of the Deep probably. King's Tale probably.
Tale.
We forgot to rank King's Tale against Monster of the Deep, by the way. Last week.
God. Ooh, that's actually kind of a hard one.
Yeah.
Which potboiler game
Do you like?
do you like better? Oh, that's a good point.
Well, one of them gave me a plat, so I'm gonna go with the fishing game.
Oh, wow.
The other one just
there's
gave me a gold.
There's definitely more content in one than the other, right?
Yeah, the fighting game took me like no time to 100%.
One was free, and the other
Which
one
one
was
had better back
$230.
controls?
I think the fighting game had much better controls.
I think so, too. I think I'm going to rank... Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this right effing now so that we don't forget. FF15 universe ranking. And I'll put my name here. It's Joe, by the way. And I'll put
Is
your
it?
name. Yeah, you can find me at Joseph DeGollier. I'll put Caleb's name, which is at UFF Podcast, if you want to check that out on Twitter. By the way, I have Instagram now. So if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram, it's at Joseph DeGollier on Instagram. I haven't posted anything, but someday I might.
Schweiss has some feelings about Instagram.
I have a feeling like it's the third most popular social media site. And is just rising in popularity. It's kind of like Twitter, but they realized that people just want images.
They don't want to read.
They don't want to read. So
So
you
it's,
just get the images.
wow.
You
okay.
have images, and then there's a little subtitle towards it. Anyway.
I keep hearing what it is, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck Instagram
Okay,
is.
so there's FF15. There's King's Glaive. King's Tale, and Monster of the Deep. Within 1 year of 15 being released, by the way. So, what the fuck?
And that's
well,
not
and
even it.
then there's like a fuckload of DLC and a fuckload of other mobile games that you guys aren't going to play.
No, those don't count.
well, they do.
No, cell phone
This
games.
this is the 15 universe, Joe.
That's for
15 universe.
That's for the B team to take care of.
It's more like the F team.
What's your
but-
number one on
the
this?
Z team.
15.
15. What? No, I'm just kidding.
How? What? Fishing is much better.
Dude?
It is kind of better in the VR, but
Uh
the 15s is actually controllable.
yeah,
more,
yeah, you
so-
can cast where you want to cast.
Yeah, that's true.
And it reacts.
This one you gotta reel. You gotta take some fucking time to do everything.
All right. I think I know what my ranking is going to be. I think I'm going to do FF15 followed by King's Tale followed by King's Glaive and then followed by Monster of the Deep. Not that Monster
So-
was like a terrible experience, but I don't know. It's hard to like rank a movie against these games.
I don't think it is at all.
Monster of the Deep, that mid-cast area was just
Impossible?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you platinumed it, and it's still impossible?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, that's
Pretty
nice.
bad. I'm going to go 15, obviously. I think I'm going to put... I'll put King's Tale number 2. I mean, Monster did give me the plat, that sweet nectar, but King's Tale is a better game. It's not... It doesn't piss me off nearly as much, and I don't have to cast all day, and I didn't have to catch a fucking tin can. So that goes...
Actually, you
that goes
know
King's
what?
Tale. And I'm going to put Kingsglaive at the bottom in Monster.
I'm actually going to switch it. Because
Okay.
then I just remembered that in Monster of the Deep, you have the characters come by, and they're like, it's fun to talk to these characters that you know in game, and they're interesting.
Well, and Dave is in there, too.
And there's no interesting characters in Kingsglaive.
We have Dave, the hunter, that we find in the shitter in 15 in like the first 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what is this game?
Oh wow. Okay.
rescue this
All right.
guy.
So now our rankings are the same, and
Yeah, Kingsglaive is the worst
yeah.
so far. Oh, shit, we forgot the anime.
Oh,
The anime is number 2.
anime is number 2. Damn it.
It's better than the games.
I don't want to have the same fucking rankings as you, just like every other same fucking ranking. Actually, our series ranking slowly changed over time, but what's the anime called again?
Brotherhood.
Man, we're awful at this universe. Remembering shit.
There's too many fucking little. That's what they are. That's what they are, man. It's terrible. Okay, all right, cool. Well, someday we'll start Tactics Advance. Saxtics Advance. By the way, if you want my copy and as well as my Game Boy Advance that I bought, please leave an iTunes review. So we got a few
Is that
of
what we're
those.
gonna give him?
Yeah.
Give it away for?
I'll give it away to the best iTunes review between now and the time we review the game. Or not now, whenever we had the GBA episode and the time we review the game.
Okay.
So, and we also have a bunch of iTunes reviews that we'll read later on in the episode. But we got a crap ton of news that Shinru and Random Dude gave us. Shinru especially gave us a lot of news.
Random.
And we gotta go through these and have some thoughts. Do we have to have them? Here's some non-Final Fantasy news, but Hironobu Sakaguchi related. I guess they're gonna make a new Terra Battle and a game called Terra Wars. So if you're interested in playing mobile games made by the old Gooch himself,
The Gooch.
you know, please be excited for this Mistwalker Studio dealio that's coming out.
spring 2018. So
Have any of us
soon.
actually tried those games?
I've never even heard of them.
Terra Battle?
Not a moment, no.
Sorry, Gooch.
I don't play games on my phone.
Sorry, Gooch.
I didn't buy
Release
100
them on a platform that's not a joke.
I didn't buy thousands of dollars worth of consoles and PC to play fucking games on my cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I spent like $40 on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get.
I
a
can
new
tell.
phone.
I can tell you spent about $40 on
Well,
it.
considering like half of his back plate is missing.
I have a guard too. I just don't use it because it gets hot, especially when I play.
So you
Pokemon
have
Go.
a phone case that prevents breakage, but you don't use
but
it.
it gets too.
and then
fucking
half
hot.
of your phone is missing because you broke it.
Yeah, but that's like a cooling vent. That's what I use that for. Those brakes on the back.
All right then.
Square Enix is going to Jump Festa, which we, of course, have called Jump Fiesta many times.
I think we
It
named
does-
an episode Jump Fiesta.
It does feel like it's missing an eye.
Yeah, because Fest is not a word. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bullshit.
lame. So Square Enix is going there. They're going to have Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT, and Secret of Mana. Do they have their lineup on that page there? Yeah, okay.
We got Taktake, Dragon Quest, Scan Battlers.
They got a
Oh my
lot.
god.
Okay, so the only one that's Final Fantasy is Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. And,
Yeah, there are 5 Dragon Quest things
and
on
Final Fantasy adjacent
Well,
Secret of
that's-
Mana.
That's just great.
And then a billion Dragon Quest games. So the Puff Puff Hour, which is Caleb Craig's podcast about Dragon Quest, will be busy.
Yeah.
this is really cool news, but it's not very specific, at least on this article that was on Silicon Era. The 30th anniversary Final Fantasy soundtracks Blu-ray is going to be coming to Japan on the 24th of January. Hopefully it comes out in the West at some point, but it's going to have tracks from all of the big main games. And I'm hoping it'll have, because it's, it's a double Blu-ray.
That's a shitload of fucking
That it
music
will
space.
have like all of their soundtracks, but I
I'd
don't
like
know.
only the good ones.
It does come with MP3 files.
So like
also,
only one
so that's
song
nice.
from Final Fantasy VIII.
The soundtrack does. It says it collects many famous tracks across all the number titles,
Okay.
and it accompanies. It has videos of the scenes that they were accompanied
Oh,
with.
so it's
that's
like the
kinda cool.
Final Fantasy X soundtrack Blu-ray.
Yeah, but it also has the MP3 files. So if you want to pull it off,
Was that in your version? You didn't have the PS3 one, did you?
I have PS3 FF10.
Oh, you do have PS3 FF10. That's what you played it on?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, yeah, because we shared the trophy moment. That was
yeah,
nice.
that was bullshit.
I had that $90 edition with the booklet and the Blu-ray soundtrack as well. I guess if you have a Blu-ray player on your computer, you'll be able to, or a Blu-ray drive, you'll be able to pull the soundtrack straight off of it, which I actually do have. So I should do that sometime. Just pull some MP3s off there.
Yeah, I'm only concerned because it has the Stormblood picture, has the 14 one, and I hope they don't use the Stormblood theme because that thing's lame.
Oh, they said famous soundtrack.
Yeah, that one's not famous either.
We'll probably have the good 14 ones.
Answers.
And whatever the other one was.
Yeah.
The one, the one that's not Stormblood and not Answers.
Okay. Speaking of music crap, I guess there's going to be an app available on the PS4, available in Japan for Final Fantasy 15 soundtrack. It'll have 10 songs and will come with a theme.
Yeah, it's piano collections.
Do you
This
have
is-
to pay for this thing?
Probably. And that makes literally no sense.
Why you would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see.
But it's
PlayStation-
available. It'll be nice to listen to that music, I guess.
You want an app that only plays 10 songs?
PlayStation Plus subscribers will have access to all functionality within the app.
Oh, there you go.
So if you're a Plus member
So I guess we'll
Use
just
it
get
all.
it for free.
you guess.
in Japan, at least.
In Japan.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool. We got pretty much the big songs. It looks like some of those are going to be weird
You
in
mean the only
piano.
songs?
Like it's going to be kind of intense.
Yeah, Craig made the joke that that was the whole soundtrack.
Close, but
Close.
Because the majority of that soundtrack is the soundtrack from the other games,
That's when you're driving, yes.
which is most
You
of
can
the
even
time.
have the Kingsglaive soundtrack.
You even
Yeah.
have you even have the iPod, so you can walk around with
that wonderful gem, Kingsglaive, you can have.
Jeez. Okay. There's a bunch of Final Fantasy 15 updates, including, I guess there's going to be an episode Arden. Is that right?
Yeah, episode Arden. Guess we'll have to look forward to that. I mean, I guess in the article it says Tabata knows we want an episode Luna. I don't know who they're referring to in there because I don't really care. But
An episode setup where Luna is actually set up.
yeah,
I'd rather it just
in
be
the
in the
first part of the
game.
game.
yeah. Episode Arden. That's kind of cool. I mean, that is one of the ones that I kind of wanted to know more about character wise. But
Would you play as Arden?
Yeah, probably.
so,
You play
yeah.
as each of the characters in each of the episodes.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
it's never gonna end, Joe. It's gonna keep coming out
Stop.
slowly over time.
How long is that video, by the way? Hajime Tabata's got a video.
55 seconds.
Okay. We can watch it, right?
Yeah.
So far, it's Frozen Man.
ファイナルファンタジー
I am
15エピソードイング
Takefumi
ディ
Terada,
レクターの
director
寺
of
田
Final
健美で
Fantasy
す
15 episode.
本編では、
For the
タイ
main
タンや
game,
リバイア
I
さん
was the
戦など
lead
の
on
ボ
boss
ス戦を
battles
リー
such
ド
as
していまし
Titan
た
and Leviathan battle.
ユ
The
ニ
biggest
戦の
highlight
一
of
番
episode
の
Ignis is
見ど
its
ころは
story
ストーリー構
composition.
成ですリバイアさん
It takes the player behind the scenes of the Leviathan battle and showcases Ignis' resolution, his desires, and what he ultimately achieves. Sorry, I got really fast.
そこを一番ユーザー
These are the points we would like everyone to see, so please look forward to the content. Another highlight of episode Dingus is an alternate ending.
Okay.
The content of the alternate ending should definitely strike those who shed tears during the ending of the main game. This is also an extremely challenging element, but I would be happy if everyone plays the content. What? This is bullshit! Please look forward to episode Ignis as you wait a little longer for its release on... fuck. No. That wasn't about what the thing was. That's not.
By the way, the guy actually said this is bullshit.
Yeah, he did.
That's why Schweiss said that.
I wouldn't quote him incorrectly. Yeah, I guess the 15 DLC episode Dingus has a post-clear route unlock
And an
a
alternate
Noctis-
ending.
A Noctis battle.
What
So-
does alternate ending mean? Does it mean the game or alternate ending to the episode Ignis DLC?
I don't know. I guess alternate ending to the DLC is
It
what it sounds
sounded like it was an alternate ending to the main game.
I
You're
don't
saying
think
that
so.
because that's what you've heard.
Well, that's
But
what I've heard, but that's also
what the guy
kind of what the guy
said-
said.
What you said you heard
He
was
said
that
like
they're
it would be
working
great
on-
for anyone who has shed tears during the ending of the
Right.
main game.
But so if he's saying that, then he's saying it's for the DLC.
Yeah, and you said you heard they were going to work on an alternate ending for 15. This
Yeah.
DLC's already out, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
bet
wrong,
it's
boy.
just for the DLC because I haven't seen any news. I think that would. So what you told me earlier before we recorded was like, oh, this person told me, they're doing an alternate ending to 15, and I about shit my pants.
You know,
And then I was like, oh, Shinru would have posted a shit ton of news on that. I'm trusting him to have freaked out and posted a shitload of news if there was an alternate ending to 15.
still feel like that's going to
So,
happen.
I don't think that's not what's happening right now. It just seems like it's the alternate ending to the DLC. That's what the Japanese man
Yeah.
has told us.
Yeah,
the
maybe.
playtime they said is between 1 and 2 hours if you only follow the story. You get that new route.
How much are these DLCs?
I think it's a season
free
pass.
if you have the season pass.
It's like $20 for the season pass.
$20 for all these episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Someday.
Each of them, I think, are like $5.
Someday I'll play them.
So it did just barely, kind of just barely come out.
At least
It's
I
almost
would
a
hope
month
they're
now,
only
but-
$5.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be your opportunity to play the remake version design of Cloud.
Which looks absolutely shitty in this, by the way.
This is a mobile game, so be nice to it. But anyway,
No.
this design of Cloud.
It looks like Jack with the little Daxter version of Daxterized.
He also has a little Eris
Aerith,
fairy
yeah.
on his shoulder, or else she's far in the distance. I can't tell.
No, she would be floating if she was off in the distance. She's totally on his shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got we'll get to play him.
Where's the Sephiroth on his other shoulder?
Yeah.
He doesn't look that much different from Advent Children. Like his hair is just like toned down, but also made worse.
Yeah.
His bangs are worse, but the spike is less.
His face looks fucked up too.
I'm,
Well, yeah, but-
I'm blaming that on the game,
Oh,
just
sure.
being a mobile game.
The
But we'll see, I guess, with the remake, what he's gonna look like. huh?
yeah, I don't know. It looks fine, I guess.
But that'll be your first opportunity by playing that mobile game. Speaking of mobile games, World of Final Fantasy
Jeez.
Melly Mellow
Mellow.
will launched on
You have
December
to play
12th
it
in
while,
Japan.
You have to play it while really stoned.
And there were 500,000 pre-registries. So
mellow, bro. 500,000 people.
who knows if
Jeez.
it'll come over to the
God,
States.
World of Final Fantasy wasn't even that great.
Them's fine words.
Why would you want to
we
play
can't-
it?
We can't talk about that yet, Caleb.
You know how many
can.
people were excited
I
for
can
that
play
game?
that.
Excited for that chibi looking thing that we have to play.
Yeah, I bought
I
it
mean,
day
Final
one.
Fantasy meets Pokemon.
And I'm not excited to play because of how it looks. Because I'm a judgy motherfucker.
Yeah. We have a new trailer. I guess there's a trailer for episode Ignis.
Oh, hold on. Freaking earlier this week, I was talking to someone over the PSN chat, and you know who you are. And I love you very much. But they were saying they didn't have a problem with FF102's design thing. And he asked if I just had a problem with it because it was girly. I had explained, no, it's not just because it's girly. It's like
It's
perv
disgusting.
girly. It's like what a perv thinks girly should be.
Yeah, it's not what girls actually dress in.
Not as far as I know. It's not
I
like
mean, unless we're in like a fucking nightclub where they want to get laid.
I don't know. I don't know
I
anything
don't think
about
anyone
that.
would still
It's just
even wear that.
Yeah, the fucking
the way people act, the amount of ass shots in the game. Not that 10 didn't have any, but the sexualization plus the girliness, like a prepubescent girliness mixed in together, is disgusting. Like makes me want to puke whenever I turn the fucking game on.
Yeah, it is exactly that. It is exactly what a nerd or what. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean to call
What
you
a
a nerd.
pedophile.
What a man who has not much, who doesn't have a whole lot of experience around women, thinks that women would do. I would say that
Fucking weird.
because no one acts. As far as I know, they don't act or dress or do the things that the characters in Final Fantasy X-2 do. So it's not fair.
It's like it's not because
It's
it's,
not-
girly. It's not because it's
And
like
it's not girly either.
it's not womanly because it's not like it's not like me watching Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I don't start throwing up in my mouth as soon as that movie is on.
Yeah, we didn't have problems with
It's
Horizon
not-
Zero Dawn
It's
because
not
of the
just
strong
like
female
there's
lead.
femininity. It's pervy girliness. It's the pink Legos mixed with
Like a brat
Japanese porn. It's disgusting.
They act like the idols' personalities.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
BT
not
dubs.
girly. That's the thing. It isn't a girly game.
It's
They're acting like the idols are forced to act like in Japan.
are forced by their managers to
Yes.
act like yes.
Yes.
yeah.
It's-
These aren't real people.
It's
here.
fucking disgusting. It's just a disgusting sloth of grossness. I'm not very eloquent today. Fuck off. I don't care. It's gross. It makes me sick.
It makes me cringe.
It hurts my soul. Yeah.
Well, when I cringe too much, my stomach gets in knots and then I have stomach problems.
And that's-
so it does, in fact, make me sick.
And that's
Dude,
why.
I had to stop playing it for a little bit.
And that's why it's so low. Like, and it's the first 20 minutes where it's the worst. It's brutal.
Oh, you think that's the worst?
Followed by the massage, and then, I know who's got it going on.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't really get better until the end.
I don't know why I had to defend myself and why I'm disgusted by 10-2.
Yeah.
It's because of it. It's gross. It's nah.
Yeah,
I
we
hate that game.
not a fan.
I played it for an hour and I hate it.
It's worse than 10, isn't it? It's
Barely.
way worse than 10. Barely.
Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
Barely. Come on.
What can I do for you?
Are you kidding me? That's single-handedly worse than anything that 10 could possibly throw at you.
No.
What? Get the
What's
fuck
worse
out.
than that?
All of Seymour.
No.
Dude, his voice
Yes.
is the fucking weirdest thing ever.
You're just turned on and you don't like it.
No. And
It's
you know
okay.
what? You know what's sad?
It's okay, Craig.
I honestly think
The
Seymour
plunging
is the best
neckline.
character.
Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Seymour is the best character.
What about Orange?
He's also right. He's the most right character.
God, I hate talking to you. I hate it. I hate everything you
You're
stand
just
for.
counterculture now.
No, dude.
It used to be cool, but now it's not.
No, dude, I'm serious.
No.
We got a episode Ignis Battle Command trailer.
Yeah.
We can skip character trailers.
Yeah, I don't want to watch
We
it.
have so many character trailers this week. If
Is
you
this-
want to check them out, there's a ton of Dissidia NT character trailers.
I wonder if this song is one, gonna get us blocked, and two, if it's the one. Okay. There were a couple exclusive songs. The other day, one was I was listening to something on YouTube, and I let it roll over, and I think it was the theme song for Ignis. And I was listening to it, and I was like, what is this? I don't like it. But and then I came over and I was like, oh, Jesus, it's pretty
I
bad.
said Prompto earlier today, so now I'm not sure what it's from.
It's one of them. I think
Okay.
I think it is Ignis though, because I hadn't heard it before. Yeah, so version 1.20 update for Final Fantasy 15. We can play as Prompto, Gladio, and Ignis.
Oh wow, they're pulling a 13 on us. I guess you can play as any of them.
Yeah, character swaps. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Why?
I think people wanted that from the beginning, but at the same time, it's like, can't we just let the game be the game?
No,
But-
we can't.
But why would you want that? Noctis can literally use any of their weapons.
I don't know, Craig. I honestly don't know.
I never equipped a gun to Noctis in my 100 hours
You
of
can
play.
do it though.
Yeah, you can do it. Get a sniper rifle for some reason.
Speaking of all those character trailers for Dissidia NT, we have a lot of pieces of Dissidia NT news, including, I guess, a list of 28 characters that are shown off in their trailers, which is insane.
Yeah.
Basically,
Did they add the characters from 12?
it's basically the main character plus the bad guy.
Just Vaughn.
Just they have the opportunity to add the judges, and they add Vaughn, the character who wasn't even gonna be in the game. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'd rather
Whatever.
Play, I'd rather play Bash.
Yeah.
Captain Bash.
Captain Bash.
as Gabranth when he becomes a Gabranth.
Yeah,
name.
that'd be sweet.
Yeah. Because I totally love
Plus, you get some summons: Ifrit, Shiva, Ramu, Odin, Leviathan, Alexander, and Bahamut.
Sweet.
What
That
about
is
Doom Train?
That is coming out January 30th, 2018 for US. It is going to be out in a couple days in Japan. So go pre-order it like I did. Spend
Or
$200.
Go to Japan
It's kind
buy
of weird
it.
that they're coming out with a beta here
and come back.
when it's going to be released in
In
Japan. Like the beta is coming out the 11th
Is that a red
or
flag?
something
to you,
like
Craig?
that. It is kind of strange, especially since it's a second beta.
Maybe they just want people to play it and get more excited for it.
Maybe.
Maybe it's allowed. I don't know. Maybe it's a way to build more hype because we know they've been into the hype building business.
The hype
with
train?
15. Yeah, they're just like
Ain't no
keep
getting
it-
off of this train.
Yeah,
or,
they ain't no getting off of this train. They keep pounding it out.
Oh,
It's
thank
just
you,
endless.
by the way.
So I mean, maybe that's part of this. Maybe it's the beta because it's open this time. Last time you had to sign up, and I totally did, and I got in. I just didn't play it. I gave him this like heartfelt message, like, "Yeah, I got this little show that I do. You know, like I'd love to let everyone know what I think about your
Blah.
about
And
your
then you
game."
didn't
and then I didn't
fucking
touch
do
it.
Dude, we had the.
I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not playing."
we
this.
had someone from Square Enix reach out to us with the
It was Record Keeper.
record keeper.
We announced it. It was not
We announced
when they-
it way late though.
It was
remember?
before it came out, but it was late.
It was late. We were like, oh shit. Well, that just kind of fucked every plan of contacting
he's
Square
there,
again.
He's their B team. It was fine.
Okay.
It's like
Still,
it's
though,
like someone.
that's a foot in the door. That you're
No,
just
it's like someone talking to Jake to ask us something. Do you really care?
who would talk to
What?
Jake?
Yeah, it's like someone. It's like Jake reaching out to, or like someone reaching out to Jake for something, like to bring to us, or like Jake reaching out to someone about Ultima or Nude. It's just. It's like insulting, you know. Like, just come to me directly, Caleb or Joe. Don't send Jake to do your bidding. That's what I'm saying. The Record Keeper is a bullshit game, and they don't even fucking make it. They pay another studio to make this game, and they put Final Fantasy on it.
Whatever.
So it's not even a B team. It's a fucking
Don't listen
person
to Caleb.
they pay.
Square if you want to have some interviews.
Not with them. I'll go to the top. That's it.
Out
I'll
with
talk to
Record Keeper.
I'll talk to the fucking. I'll talk to Tabata, and I'll talk to
The Gooch.
I'll talk to Hironobusaka Gucci. He's here in California, and that's it.
He's in California.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he lives. Or Hawaii.
No,
He lives
he's
in Hawaii.
Ah, shit.
Or he was in Hawaii at least in 2003.
That's gonna be tougher. It's gonna be tougher to do. But yeah,
A
that's
plane
it.
ticket.
Yeah.
Should be fun. Yeah, opening video was also released for Dissidia NT, so you can check that out if you want to. How long is it? I'm afraid.
Too long.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah, we can watch it.
They don't show Ramza. It's a failed trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got an underwater scene here.
What the fuck?
There's Ariel.
Disney.
Final
Final
Fantasy,
Fantasy.
the place of
I
weirdest
wanna
clothing.
Got
Where
some
the people
Ifrit.
are. I want to see.
I don't think that's Ifrit. I think that's the god of chaos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think she's the god of harmony.
Up where they walk. Up where they run.
You know what's sad? That song would vastly improve this trailer.
Got some Ultimacia, some Farah.
Some cloud of darkness.
Yeah, Cloud of Darkness is fucking rock. I don't remember that from Final Fantasy.
Shantoto and Kefka.
Kefka looking like a total pedo in that moment.
Vaughn.
Now he's going full clown. Kefka.
What?
Titus has a fireball, blitzball.
No, it
You
was
can't
Vaughn.
have that underwater.
Somebody else threw the
It
ball
was
and then he
Vaughn's
kicked
like
it.
fireball move, and he kicked it.
Oh, okay. I was like, bullshit, dude.
I'll just kick a
you play
fireball.
that fucking game underwater.
So
you
Jack-
cannot have a fireball.
Jack is going to be one of the heroes.
No, he's a villain,
Oh,
which
what?
is stupid because he's not the villain.
Cry, cry.
I mean, he is the final boss.
He's the final boss, but he's not a villain.
Spoilers.
He's the great guy. He's
I
a
don't-
great dad.
I don't know why Seymour isn't
More
the.
dads should put their sons in their places like that.
Hey, at least he gave his son attention.
That's right, yeah. There you go.
I don't know why Seymour's not the main guy for a 10. Kind of makes no sense.
I still regret spending $200 on this game, by the way.
I regret it for
What-
you as well.
What did it even come with?
Open beta.
Yeah, open beta.
The open beta
The
that
closed
you did
beta.
not play.
That's what it came with. I lied about reaching out to them. No, it's got a little statue, art book, fancy case.
You
That's
already
it?
ordered it?
Yeah, I already got charged for it.
God, do I remember you getting this thing? Oh, yeah, your whole thing was like, I'm going to get the ultimate editions of all Final Fantasies from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
I see your
backlog.
shelf over there. You're not going to have much room.
I need to buy a shelf for the cool
It's gonna
shit.
tower up to his ceiling, and
Also,
that's what's gonna hold everything
how long
in place.
are we going to keep the Christmas tree up there, Schweiss?
I don't want to take it down. I'm just lazy. I don't have time.
Just gonna keep it up year round, so you
Yeah,
don't have
I'll
to
be
put
one
it
of
up
those-
again.
I'll be one of those white trash people that just has their decorations up for the whole year.
Boom! You threw it down on white trash people that have their decorations up all year.
Mostly the outside lights.
Boom! Speaking truth.
It is true. It is very true.
Is it white trash, or are they just lazy too?
That's different. This is
both.
inside. I keep my lazy on the inside.
That's not true, Schweiss. I've seen your fucking backyard. That's bullshit.
That's not a yard. It's a cement patio with a little bit of
Oh yeah, cement
dirt.
patio somehow growing.
You know
a,
what?
A weed garden.
It
out
was
there.
dirt before. That's not a yard. It was dirt and a fucking cement pad.
Yeah, you know what
They
I
should have
see
cemented the whole thing.
when I
while
look
they were
at your
it.
when I look at your neighbor's lawn. I look at your neighbor's cement pad. Both of them, and then I look at yours and I'm like, one of these people is the white trash people look down on in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, because they could see over the
And I
fence.
think it's the guy who lives
well,
here.
they can if they step out onto their little stair thing.
Fuck them.
Dude, my family is the family. My parents have the dog that has no discipline, so it just barks all night. Right?
Oh, and you're calling me out on my
no,
weeds.
hold on. I had to be like,
How many times my weeds wake me up?
I had to say
Only
to my
once.
parents, I'm like, we're those neighbors, right? They're like, we know.
Did your dad go out and end it?
No, they love the dog too much. My parents have become softies since I left the house. It's
You live there.
infuriating.
You
Fuck off.
left the house.
Gone for 6 years, came back.
Oh, okay.
It's different. Fuck you.
It's not living at home. It's
See,
just staying at
This
home.
is the thing that pisses me off because I went back for reasons. I didn't just stay. I didn't just go there to stay. Fuck you. I was out at 18. Go fuck off. Okay? Some people don't leave until they're like 30 or their parents die. So don't rope me in with those people. I was gone for 6 years and then needed to finish up college, and my car broke down, and I didn't have a car anymore. And you can't not have a fucking car in this state. So fuck off. Fuck you.
Get buses.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, buses. When was the last time you rode UTA?
Before I had a car. So a long time ago.
I had
A
a car.
very long time ago.
I had a car.
Shouldn't have killed it.
I didn't fucking kill it. My work killed it. The thing that was keeping me from moving back into my parents' place.
Wouldn't that be you killing it though? Because you could have gotten another job.
I don't.
It's manslaughter. You manslaughtered it. That's what you did. It was negligence, but not intentional homicide. You killed it on
Okay,
accident.
that sounds manslaughter sounds way worse than just
know.
homicide.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it's like you slaughtered him.
So
There's slaughter is like
there's
a
murder and then there's manslaughter.
Yeah, when you slaughter a pig, you hang it up by its feet and you gore it. Like you just drain its blood. That sounds way worse than just homicide or murder. That sounds like chill in comparison.
Yeah.
I strung him up. Manslaughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Keep an eye out for the Dissidia NT open beta. It's set for January 12th, 21st in North America and Europe.
The game, of course, will come out 9 days later. So if you're like me, you probably won't even touch it. You'll just play the damn game.
Yeah. And there's a soundtrack being released for it as well, just in case you're already excited for that.
February 28th.
Which is basically just going to be remix songs from the other games.
That is true, and it's very odd.
Is it going to be like Dissidia
It's
Dude
remastered.
Dude,
It's gonna include original songs for NT and remastered ones from the arcade version of Dissidia Final Fantasy, and also arranged versions of legacy FF songs.
So we did look into it, and we found out Dudekheim was a remake.
Yeah, Dudekheim has it's
Plus
got
a prequel, which is weird.
It's got the original content.
So we only have to play that game,
Yeah.
I guess, on our review. So I'm wondering if NT is going to replace those as well. Like if it's going to pull the same thing, or if it's going to be a.
I was
actual
told it has
sequel.
no story. So if it has no story, then it's a different game.
And also very short.
Yeah,
Excited
very short,
for that.
yes.
I'm excited for a short game.
Basically, just got to play as each of the characters.
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
because
bit.
the fucking 3-hour Monster of the Deep wasn't short enough for you.
Or the hour and a half King's Tale.
Yeah, well, out of the last 5 games we played, 2 of them are less than like.
Do you know how sexual the Monster of the Deep sounds
Yeah.
within that?
Gotta catch them floppy fish.
I don't know. I heard him say 3 hour, but in my mind, I heard 3 inch.
3-inch Monster of the Deep. You're like, not deep. More like Monster of the Tip. So, Square Enix's president, Yosuke Matsuda, has shared a New Year's message with future plans.
Nice.
Wished us a happy new year, blah, blah, blah.
It's talking about going
Blah,
into
blah, blah, blah,
future
blah.
technologies,
VR, AI.
disruptive technologies. Basically, Square Enix, because they're a publicly owned, or not publicly owned company,
Publicly traded.
publicly traded company. Thank you.
They are owned by a member of the public.
They do have to keep innovating. It's a big machine that has to keep moving forward. So that's why we got Monster of the Deep. I don't know. VR will be cool in like 20 years. It's still clunky to me, but we talked about that before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it'll really take off, but
I don't know if there's any games that can really utilize what it is right now either.
I think games like Hellblade, things of that nature, can probably do very well with VR, where it's like an experience.
Yeah, but even then, it's not really made for it. So,
But here's the thing. Monster of the Deep, according to PlayStation PSN profiles, 199 game owners.
PSN profiles.
Yeah,
we
which
talked
that's,
about this
that's
before.
not necessarily absolutely atrocious like it kind of sounds. But to put it into perspective, King's Tale, 38,270. Although
that one's
King's
free.
Tale was free. Yeah, you're right.
The other one is $230.
In a way, yes. But I would say that the VR headset is more of an investment than anything, Craig.
An investment?
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
wait till that. Once again, that thing needs to be wireless.
Oh,
There's
I was the 12th person to platinum it. Fuck.
Oh, you were the 12th of
12
12?
of 12, yeah. Now I'm the last motherfucker to get it.
There was someone who probably played it for like 3 days in a row and just destroyed it right at the beginning.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Square's going to be tinkering around with new shit. Basically, they're a company. They want to make money. They want to dip their
It's okay, man.
feelers
They
everywhere.
are winning stocks. I've made, I don't know, like $17 off of them or some shit. I can't remember what it was, but I made a good deal of money off of those guys.
Yeah, speaking of, the brand manager, Shinji Hashimoto, said that this is going to be a big year
Yeah.
for Final Fantasy.
Because
So this year is the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy. But yeah, that was the
yeah, we're gonna talk about what was released this year soon on this show when we do the nominees, and
they said next year is going to be a big year. So 31st.
the
Since they're
31st anniversary is going to be a much bigger year than the 30th.
yeah,
which makes no sense.
I think FF7's 10 year was way bigger than Final Fantasy's 30 year.
Yeah,
Because we got a
It's
movie,
ridiculous,
we
huh?
got 2 games, one that is one of the worst games in the series, and one that is actually pretty decent. If you
Yeah.
like pressing X all day and a
Yeah.
story that's as thin as paper, but still,
yeah, I agree.
basically what I said was
Disappointing.
and
Disappointing
side quests
30th anniversary.
and side quests that are so cookie cutter that you don't want to play past like 15 of them. But you know,
We got an announcement for a mobile game coming to China. I don't know if we have a Final Fantasy 15 mobile game.
yeah.
It's built from the ground up. Something.
It's not the Pocket Edition of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. So whatever it is, it'll be coming to China in 2019.
Okay. They announced that a full year ahead of.
I know. And they don't even tell you what the game is either. But we also got a delay
Yeah, sorry for all you guys looking forward to Final Fantasy Explorers
again.
Force. What? I'm just kidding. It is Final Fantasy Explorers has been delayed.
Final Fantasy Explorers Force. Yeah. Final Fantasy Explorers Force.
Force, yes.
Oh boy, the people.
Wait,
on the
that's
podcast
actually the
know.
name?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Final Fantasy Explorers dash Force delayed. Oh my god, you're right. It is.
Final Fantasy Explorers Force has been delayed, which is an upcoming smartphone game.
based on the 3DS action RPG.
So basically, we don't give
Yeah.
a shit. Move on.
3DS Explorers, was that? I don't have that one, do I? Oh,
I do.
shit.
I have.
I also have it.
Did I not buy that?
I don't know. You can look in your
Shit.
game.
There's too many over there.
It's too many. You can't find it.
There's a Christmas tree in the way.
Yeah.
It's too lazy to move it.
Thank you, by the way.
Yoshi P has shared a New Year's greeting and a prophetic teaser
For 14.
for Final Fantasy 14.
It's a long thing, but
Yeah,
what
we
is
don't
this?
care about the review or the interview. If you do, listen to Limit Break. As destiny is the whim of gods, so history is the whim of men. How the fallen rise and risen fall, all shall be the subjects of my pen.
Okay.
Unknown author.
From the diary of the late Archon Louis Thwa.
Probably. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So whatever that means, maybe we'll get an expansion.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we are going to, because we're going to have another fan fest
Yeah, that's true.
coming up soon.
Okay, this is interesting news. One of the Square Enix composers, Takeharu Ishimoto, he just resigned from Square Enix, and he sent a tweet out. You can scroll down so we can read what it said. I've decided to resign from Square Enix, where I've worked for many years, by the end of the year. I'm resigning of my own free will starting next year. I plan to start freelance work. And that's the tweet. My thing is, I don't know. Do they not treat their composers well over there?
I don't know.
I
They've
guess
had a...
they're just artists, so they need their freedom. He worked as a composer for I don't know. You can just read
ton
that
of
list.
stuff.
Yeah.
Shit. Before
World
Crisis.
Fantastia, Before Crisis, Last Order, Monotone, The World Ends With You, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, which is a soundtrack I freaking love.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep, Dissidia 12, Type
Dissidia,
Zero,
Dude Time.
Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, Dissidia Final Fantasy, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. So he's been around since 02.
So I guess we'll miss him. I love that Crisis Core soundtrack.
Yeah,
at least.
that one's great. It sucks that they'll never release it again.
Universal Studios Japan is going to have a Final Fantasy theme ride.
Oh shit! There's a
And
trailer for it.
They got a trailer for it.
A
so-
trailer for a ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
They
worry
do
about
that.
it. Don't worry about it, Craig.
ユニバーサルクールジャパン
I
ユニバー
recognize
サ
all
ル
this
スタジオジャ
too.
パン
Universe Cool Japan.
So we got Sephiroth and
So they're
ついに
fighting.
あの美しさが
oh,
現実
Sephiroth Max out with you.
ファイナルファンタジー XR ライド
I don't think it's anything like that.
So we've got
So
13.
it's
we've
got to
got
be
s-
like the Back to the Future ride, where it's just like a big video that's like crazy. You're in
Apparently,
some seats. I'm assuming.
apparently Sailor Moon and the kid from Case Closed is going to be in the ride too. There, I don't know.
All right, we got some minor news. Some dude on Twitch tried playing all three of the PlayStation Final Fantasy games at the same time in a speed run. Had 3 screens going at once, and I guess he, got some game overs and had to stop after 7 hours in. But I guess he speed ran all 3 of the games, and he wanted to speed run them at the same time as some kind of
Challenge?
masturbatory challenge.
Yeah, some sort of
I beat
pissing-
all of them at the same time.
some sort of pissing contest
Yeah.
of sorts.
Not impressed.
It's kind of weird, but
It's just weird. Okay.
I don't even know how that would become newsworthy. Like a guy attempts speedruns and he failed. It's like thousands of people do that all the time.
So I did not actually read this article, but I'm intrigued by the title, and I'm wondering if we should talk about it on the show. Some dude has had some addiction to Final Fantasy.
yeah, it's titled "The Heartbreaking Story of How One Man Spent 12,000 euros or pounds. That's pounds, right? Yeah, on Final Fantasy and nearly lost his family." So it's the heartbreaking story of one moron who almost lost it all from a fucking game.
I'm sorry, nearly lost his family.
I don't know. Maybe
My family would have bailed. I would have bailed.
maybe he had a weekly podcast he had to keep up on,
No, from
and it was
from the
destroying
images
his life.
from the images that I saw, it seems like he spent all that money on the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
In which case, his family should have left.
$16,000 worth of IAPs on credit cards. So he spent that much money trying to
Oh, that's why you got to stay away from the mobile games, you fuckers.
he wanted to get all of the characters basically, and
And Square Enix sent him a big thank you letter with a bottle of wine.
he says here he says here it was only $200. He can spare that. He hasn't bought a video game in 6 years, so he says he deserves it. He earned it. I could see that. I could see that being like a downward spiral if you try to justify it that way, because I've done that
12,000
before.
pounds, which is like $17,000.
It's
twice.
$16K is what it says.
16. Oh, hell, dude. Pulled out of my ass. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Although he did mention it before you said that number.
Yeah, but that's assuming that he actually listened, which he doesn't.
I did. It's
so.
true. Fuck yeah. All right. Okay, so
But $12,000 is.
no,
I've probably never.
$16,000.
I don't think I've spent $16,000 on games in my life. Not the last 6 years. I'm talking the last 27 years that I've been alive.
I think I didn't earn $12,000
Up
until this year.
until 6 years. In the last 6 years, I've earned 11,000.
yeah,
Joe.
dude. See, when I was now, of course, that was what was taxable. No, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say I might have claimed all my tips on Domino's. I'm not. I will not confirm nor deny that there were some
Yeah.
tip claims that may have gone under the book. So maybe I did earn more than 16, but on the books I had not earned more than 16K when I was going to college.
So you spent all the money that you earned on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
That's what he spent all the money that I would have earned and a little bit more on a game.
I don't know how that's heartbreaking. Honestly, if you're that much of a moron.
You should just, yeah.
Yeah, bid us for our hate.
So he
just got addicted to it, and he wanted these characters. I've seen Dwayne do this, and I think Dwayne's maybe dropped $100 on the game. But he's,
oh my god!
I'm talking, dude.
Why?
I think he's
I
played.
felt like a piece of shit when I spent $20 on Pokemon Go.
You should.
I felt
spent
like
10,
an
you
utter
fucking loser. No, just kidding.
piece of shit.
Oh, it's a free game, man. When you spend hundreds of hours in it,
Hold
Dwayne,
on.
let's
Did I spend $20? How much were the packs of whatever in those?
You could
games?
buy $10.
There
was a
$10.
$10 thing.
Okay, then I must
usually
have spent
it's
10.
usually like $1,
think I
$5, $10, and they go.
I only made one purchase in that game.
I kind of missed.
So it must have been 10. Either way, thank you. I felt like I was the biggest loser.
But see, here's the thing: like
right at that moment,
Dwayne lets that game. My old roommate lets that game play itself at work for hundreds of hours a year. It has like an auto battler system, and it's just going. So I mean, he plays it, quote unquote, a lot. So
is it that
good.
good?
No.
It's not that good, no, but it's good. It's a good mobile game. It's probably better than maybe some of the worst. No, I don't know if it's better than some of the worst mainline, but the battle system is really classic.
Is there like a group, like a crack team out there? That knows exactly what to do to make people addicted to a video game, and they're just like, we have to.
Okay,
hire them.
did you watch the freemium episode of South Park?
No,
Because they talk about it.
it's ridiculous.
They give you like what they I can't remember how like the Canadian Devil explains it, but it's like it's just it's the freemium thing. So they say the game is free, and they let you do certain tasks, and they give you it rewards you like every time that you do something. They're like, hey, good job, you did this. Like they do it constantly, and they like make it so you have to stop because they have like a time limit for how you for it to reset before you can start doing stuff again, unless you pay money. And it's like the thing of rewarding you. So like every time you do it, it's like instant satisfaction. And they're like, "Hey, good job, you did this."
All right, we need to make one of these.
And then
things.
there's constant reminders for you to come back to it, like on your phone. It's like, "Hey, come back." You've been off of it for a little while.
That's where the article.
How do we
goes
make the
to.
transmorphers of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius?
Here's what the article ends with, though.
Transmorphers.
It says, obviously, this guy has an addiction problem, but monetization schemes like this are designed to exploit that kind of personality and encourage them to spend money they can't afford on, as this guy puts it, a little animated piece of code. Earlier today, they wrote about a UK Gambling Commission article, and this guy's American, but this shows why we need to kind of crack down on this. And it says at the very end, they say it's a heartbreaking story, but it's a reminder that Kefka is only the greatest Final Fantasy villain in fictional terms.
He's not.
So they're calling Square bad
He's
guys.
his own bad guy because he's a fucking moron.
Well, yeah, and he says in real life the bad guys don't wear clown makeup and cackle.
Once again, I do not feel sorry for the
I think
heroin
they do,
addict.
actually.
I do not feel sorry for the heroin addict unless he tripped on the sidewalk and fell on an open heroin needle and was instantly addicted. That's the only time I will ever feel bad for someone doing something so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, even then, they would immediately seek attention.
He says,
for,
but the article
help.
says a significant proportion find themselves suckered in by these things, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
through no fault of their own.
Hey, guess who has a Final Fantasy podcast and has never fucking played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius?
The games are
Well,
designed
Schwartz
to
has
play on
this
well-known
guy.
mental feedback loops. In certain cases, such as this, they can make otherwise rational people act in
Victimizing
irrational
them.
ways.
No, that's What makes you think that's a rational person?
Yeah, that guy's fucking crazy.
He's not a rational person because he did that shit.
Yeah, he almost lost everything on like $17,000
He's
worth
a
of
fucking idiot.
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Yeah, I can't feel bad for that
Oh.
either.
And of course, it was a UK article. Fucking of course. But not to shit on all you UK guys, but some of the shit that you guys go after is
Whatever, man. We got Trump. We can't even.
It's a
talk
little,
right
and
now.
we do have
can't-
Trump.
We
yeah.
can't even talk right.
Yeah, but that's like the opposite problem, though. We got a crazy man on one end, and we're dealing with British articles from Kotaku about how, oh, it's okay, buddy. You spent $16,000, but it's not your fault.
now. Yeah, it's not your fault. You're a victim.
You can just blame Square Enix.
Hey,
just go on and blame 'em.
y'all can go fuck yourselves. That guy can. I don't know. He can go ahead and ruin his own life. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like, God, if you want to ruin your life, fucking ruin your life. But everyone shouldn't shame other people for it happening. Like, you're like, oh, I'm addicted to it. It's like, well, then fucking stop. Like, I mean,
Or,
I know it's hard.
Hey, how about do this? Throw your phone away
Yeah. The first step to recovery is acceptance.
or going cold turkey.
You didn't accept it if you kept going.
You can't play Brave Exvius on something else.
Yeah,
Throw the
it
phone
sucks
away.
because it sucks that no one stopped him. Like, that's what bothers
no
me.
one was
is-
like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
The problem
his
is-
wife didn't notice immediately that
yeah, like,
there were some serious charges on their credit
the
cards.
thing that pisses me off is everyone's like, "Oh, we should hold these companies accountable." It's
No.
like, we should hold the people who do it accountable, and they should have help nearby. We shouldn't have to like, okay, no more of these games because most people don't have that problem. Almost everyone, I bet you 99% of people who play Brave Exvius don't have that issue. What do the people want to do? They want to cut off all 99% of those people because of the 1% of people that can't handle themselves like adults. I know that's a dick thing to say about addiction.
Well, that's
but
exactly
you
what
that's
the,
what it is. We shouldn't
guys-
have to cater to your problem that you have.
Yeah. South Park is the greatest teacher of lessons. In their freemium episode, dude, it talks about that. They're like, we'll only go after the dudes who can't help it.
That's the thing, though. You shouldn't make everyone else suffer just because you are the 1%
So
that gets
stupid.
They can't handle themselves.
God. Yeah, it's like alcohol. No one can have it. Because
Yeah, no one can have it because I can't have it. That's like a child. That's like
No.
a fucking child. That's you can't see me because I can't see you. I covered my eyes, so you can't see me.
That's just logical.
Yeah, exactly. It's logical. It's not your fault. I was invisible. God damn it. Fucking people.
Yeah, we all can't have food just because Craig overeats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do I, though?
Yes, dude.
Caleb bought a pack of Caleb bought a pack of donuts, 6 of them. I was like, okay, all right. And then he went to grab another food item. He's like, this is lunch.
Not the whole fucking thing. I had those Hot
6
Pockets.
donuts for breakfast.
Joe,
And then Hot Pockets for
I
lunch.
had the Hot Pockets, and the donuts are still sitting right there, untouched.
So the donuts are for lunch.
So
and
you-
then,
you
and then
fasted.
I'm just gonna go basically to the bathroom, and I'm gonna
And
find
then-
all my donuts gone because Joe shoved them all up his ass.
That's probably true. Here's the thing. I know my weaknesses. You haven't accepted yours.
Oh, I have.
That's why
that
I-
was a joke, Joe.
I'm just
It was
saying.
a
He's
joke.
got the toast shirt on. He's accepted it.
He's got the toast shirt.
It's not a toast shirt.
It's
a
toast with little
it's-
eyes.
It's a great Hawaiian shirt.
It's a Hawaiian shirt when from looking any further than 5 feet
Hey,
away.
Warrior, take my
looks
glasses
like
off.
toast.
It's smiling toast. That's what it is. Toast with little eyes at the bottom right-hand corner of its
God,
face.
I hope the
with a
people on
smile.
Twitch can see your fucking toast shirt.
they can.
Okay.
I do, and someone in the chat posted that it's a problem for kids under 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if your kid is under 18, he shouldn't have a credit card, so...
You shouldn't have a payment option on the cell phone.
And if that is the case, then you're terrible at keeping them in order, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it can be addictive.
Yeah, you can then parent and
I'm
take
not
things
saying
away.
I'm not saying it's not addictive.
Yeah.
I'm saying that there are certain people that have certain responsibilities to other people when they are under 18 and they shouldn't be allowed to do these things. I didn't have access to my grandparents' payment cards like I did for Xbox Live, but they knew it was Xbox Live. They let me do it for that, and that was it.
And
I
they would
didn't
also
have-
probably monitor it and make sure you weren't going over or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was very limited to what I could do.
Yeah.
It wasn't an $18,000 like the kid doesn't have a credit line that this man could possibly have. So
yeah.
It just bugs me. It bugs me
I
that
did.
people.
I did buy a cell phone game once on the old flip phone under my parents, and it charged them like $12.
$12 for a game?
Did
What
they
the
get
hell?
you for it?
Oh yeah, I got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
I was 16.
$12 for a game, man. This
Was
mobile
new
phones
to the cell phone, okay, so I didn't really quite like get how this was gonna all work. But yeah, I got in trouble for that. I wasn't told, oh, well, you know, you can keep going. I got in big trouble, and it wasn't very much money.
It is
wasn't
easier.
12.
It is easier to do it now, Chase. That is true.
It wasn't 16,000 pounds.
It gets easier and easier to
Or,
do it.
dollars.
But that doesn't mean you have less and less responsibility just because life is easier. It's the problem is that we're looking at it. I think we're looking at it from two different directions. I see it as I see it as society is becoming sensationalist and becoming instant gratification, and people are feeding into that, whereas everyone else, a lot of other people, see it as the companies are making us do these things that are instantly gratifying.
No one's
It's not
making
that.
you do shit.
People nowadays want that instant stuff. We want the 2-day shipping with Amazon Prime. We want to order it, and we want it to show up as fast as humanly possible. That is what we are. This isn't. We're not this way because of companies or because of things like that. We're this way because of technology.
Yeah.
Life is easier.
You do not have to buy alcohol. You do not have to purchase internet. You do not have to have a credit card. You do not. You do not have to. You do not have to have cable television. You do not have to have any of these things. You can live your life like a normal person without all of those things.
Maybe.
So if
not
you have a problem,
internet, but
you can not have internet.
and not live like a
Just
modern person.
No, you can go to work, get your stuff at the store, and live like you lived 10 years ago just fine.
That is true. Yeah.
You don't have to have these things. You might want a telephone. You can still get a wired telephone connection. Guys, so internet addiction is bullshit. You can get rid of the fucking internet. You can get rid of that internet. Okay? You don't have to have it. Really, you do not have to have that thing. So, I don't know.
I think internet's
it's all
more of a utility, but
It's
I still agree. You don't have
bullshit.
to
It
have
is not a utility.
It is.
It is not a utility. You do not need it.
Joe, it's access to information.
It is not a utility.
Information is
We got a library,
is
Craig.
Yeah, but
got a library.
But
You
the library has internet.
You
It
can
does,
use
yeah.
other people's internet. You can find ways around. It is not a utility. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
You can live without electricity if you want, but it's like you're not forced to do any of these things. You're not forced to do any of these things.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, I don't know. That just.
Well, it's hard because then we get.
So if you have a problem, make barriers for yourself.
Yeah.
Or have someone make barriers for you.
The problem and the frustrating part, though, is that as people that aren't addicted to things,
No, I'm addicted to food. That's not true.
Our
I
opinions,
got a binge eating problem.
Our opinions are not valued, and they're also almost not. They almost shouldn't be in a way, but it's almost like saying that. It's almost like someone that has bad credit being like, well, you can't tell me how to get good credit because you don't have bad credit. That's what that is. That's someone that's saying, oh, well,
Yeah.
you don't have this problem, so you can't tell me how to handle it. It's
Or like,
well,
How
I
to
can.
live without an addiction. It's like, I can tell you how to live without an addiction. You don't do that thing.
You just have to. You have to dedicate yourself to it.
I guess.
It's hard, but you know.
No, I do have a food addiction, so I have to have barriers for myself. I don't get a 6-pack of donuts when I go to the store.
And then you don't justify it by eating your lunch before your breakfast, as if it's a fast because you ate lunch at 9 a.m.
I was thinking the donuts would last longer, so that's why the donuts became lunch, not breakfast. Joe looked at it the other way. And of course, Joe is also the person that eats other people's food constantly.
That's true.
So he
That's true. I told you I got a food
so the
problem.
tiny amount of food that he buys is really just making up for the fact that he's going to be eating everybody else's food over time.
It's really a weekend thing now because I got food figured up up north, and I'm like, should I cook a bunch of shit and pack a lunch every time I come down to podcasts? And I think about it real hard, and then I never do it. And I'm like, I would save money if I did that. So I agree. We all have our struggles. Mine's not $16,000 worth of struggles, to be
It's true.
honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I could eat $16,000 worth of food.
But see, and that's,
$16,000 worth of pizza rolls.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing that bothers me the most, like I said, is that people want companies to be held accountable, and like they
No.
want to shut things like this down. And it's like, well,
No
you
one should be
can't-
held accountable except the freaking person
It's
who
like
does
me being agnostic or atheistic, being confused as to why so many people around me believe in God. It's like, I'm not confused. I realize I'm in the fucking minority. I'm not an asshole about being in the minority. I don't fucking care. If you want to spend 3 hours of your fucking week in a building with a shitload of people, whatever, do what you want. I don't want to do that, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you go to church? No, because
This is,
most people go.
it. This metaphor is not working.
I
on
think
me.
it totally is working. It's expecting other people. It's being like expected to be catered to because you are the minority in a situation. The 1% of people who have problems with spending
Twice,
money
I don't
on free
think you should
games.
announce so loud that you're a minority.
I am a minority in this state.
In a way, yeah.
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 So it's just annoying. It's annoying that everyone else needs to bend to. Maybe we can help, but we shouldn't have to suffer because of someone's stupidity.
I
All right,
agree.
so Final Fantasy XIV fan festivals for 2018 and 2019 have dates. So the only one we care about in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Rio All Suite Hotel and Casino, where it was last time and the time before, November 15th through 17th. I think the tickets are going to go on sale.
And Cameron got work off for it, so I guess we're going to go down there whether or not we go to the actual event.
Yeah, the one in Japan. Okay, it looks like Paris is going to be early 2019. No date, and March 23rd to 24th. This says 2017, but I'm assuming it means 2018 in Japan.
Oh, nice. So we
Tokyo.
found a typo in.
In Silicon Era. It's too bad it
Silicon
wasn't. It's too bad it wasn't in Kotaku. That would just be too easy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all the news for this week. We got some nominees
Phenomenas.
coming your way. Let's get to that. Okay. Can you pull up the tab? What has everybody been talking about? By the way, you're the only one who could see that. Damn thing.
Let's see.
Thank you. Thanks, Grindal. Thanks for the cheer.
All right, so a lot of people said you think internet is necessary. Without it, a lot of people wouldn't have jobs, and that is true.
Yeah, if you need it for your job, it is necessary. That's
But work
where it stops.
your job will
actually,
your job will provide it.
believe it or not, that is where it stops.
And there are a lot of resources. That is true. The internet is useful, but it's a resource. That's where it's different. It's not a necessity.
Only
there's a
power,
difference between a need and a
That's
want.
true. Yeah, power technically isn't.
You got your,
but it's a utility.
you got your hierarchy of needs, and internet is not on that fucking list. So it's sorry, it's
That is
not
true.
actually a need.
Many jobs you can't apply in person. You have to apply online now. That is also true. But you do have public libraries that are funded by
It's true.
your taxes.
Yeah, but you also have to have a library card in order to get that, and you have to have proof
the
that you
easiest-
live in a place there.
So you have to have
Which-
utilities,
Yeah.
and that doesn't have to be.
And you know what they don't count?
Well,
as
you know
a-
what? Neither does
a
power, but
bill.
power is a utility.
That's true, but you would still have a mailing address even if you didn't have power.
But you don't need a
we
house
don't- we
either.
don't
You
need-
can also get your rental or mortgage contract and take that over to the library.
We don't need information.
Can you?
Yeah, that's how I got Orem Library. I had my rental agreement. I brought it over
Everybody's always just told me you have to bring 2 pieces of mail.
there. Or you can bring in a rental agreement saying that you live at that certain place.
All right.
Yeah, so that's bullshit. That's not true. It's still a want. It's a very high want. Okay, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. I definitely would not like to live without the internet. It's still a want, though. It is technically still a want. Don't get this confused.
Although you would call porn a need.
Porn is a want, unfortunately. Porn is a want. You can live without it just fine. fact, you probably are better off without it. Your psyche is probably not effed up.
Well, no, it's not that you don't need internet if you're going to a library. Well, she says if you use internet at a library, you're still using internet, so we've lost our argument. I don't think that's true at all. Yeah. I think
you do not have to have internet at your home as a utility
to survive in
to
the world.
survive in the world.
I mean,
even in the modern world right now, you do not have to have it. There's a
say-
difference between have to have it and really, really would make your life easier with it.
I would say it is,
And that's why power is a utility, and that's why internet should be too, because the more modern that everything becomes, the more necessary internet is becoming.
I say technically it is a utility, but obviously they're not all 100% necessary, and this is the weakest of the utilities. I mean, you have to have gas to heat your home. You have to have
There's ones that make you survive as a human animal within a thing.
Yeah, the heat
Versus
I would say it's. I
have
think
you
it's,
entertained and employed.
Yeah. I would say it is kind of like indoor plumbing. It's not technically necessary, but it is really nice, and it is something you need to be a modern person. I would say you would need the internet to be a modern human being in these times, because everyone has it almost.
You might have to be that soon. I don't think so right now.
But that's the problem, is almost everyone has it anyway, so there's no point in even talking about it.
I'm just saying it's not. I don't think it is a utility, frankly.
But
I know that's part of the net neutrality argument, Delio, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your need as a human being.
Yeah, I would say the need to
You don't
cool
need
and heat your house so that you don't die from the elements is much more important than Facebook.
I don't know about that.
I would say yes, and if you actually think that, Craig, you're an idiot. If you think the internet is equally as useful as making sure you don't die in your sleep because you fucking...
the house doesn't necessarily do that for you. The AC isn't going to keep you from dying of the heat. You can do other things to do that, Schweiss.
You can, I guess.
So there are no utilities then.
Except for water. You forget water, Schweiss?
Water is the only utility. There you go. Water and food. Right? Yeah, water from a lake. There you go.
Well,
You need
it's
food, water, shelter.
And then porn.
Why is food not a utility? The fuck?
Why is food not a utility?
Why isn't food in pill form yet?
I would actually say yes to what? I can't read that.
That's because Schweiss is keeping it from us. Like he always does.
He would say yes to heating the house because his AC busted in his room and it's freezing.
And you can die. Because
Well, you can also have blankets.
It is starting to sound like an extremely high want, though. I agree with Chase. It's just a want that you really want.
It's a high want. God, I'm gonna get so much shit on the podcast for people who did not watch this on Twitch either because it just stopped. It's a high want. That is not the same as a need. You can live out in a fucking tent in the woods. You can do that as long as you have food and as
Yeah.
long as your shelter is intact.
Astronaut tube
Technically,
food isn't quite the same. as
It's funny
food
that
in
you
pill
say
form.
this because I'm usually the one that's really anal about like words meaning certain things and people using them incorrectly.
I know need and want. What are you talking about?
I'm just surprised. You don't know read and listen, so
Oh, we know read and listen, Schweiss. We had a huge argument about it, and we proved you wrong.
Sanctity.
no, you didn't. The
Yes,
Twitter
we
poll
did.
agreed with you.
The Twitter poll
50
and the
people.
Webster
A
dictionary of the word
no, it
read.
didn't, Caleb.
The one that says absorb information and understand it, which is the same thing
You
as
vis-
reading.
it's a separate definition.
Caleb,
for the
it's
same
a
word.
completely different thing.
No, it's
That
the
is
same
no
thing.
the
I
that's
read you.
that's what that is.
We read you.
That's what that is, and
We
you're an
read you,
idiot if you
Caleb.
think it
We
means
read you.
listen.
I read that book.
You could literally have someone say, oh, yeah, I read you when you're talking over a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I read
They
you.
say that. So
So
it's the same fucking thing, Schweiss.
Caleb, you are
Technically-
an idiot.
No. I'm
That
just correct.
that is a phrase.
I'm just
He
correct.
is an
Put the
idiot.
word read.
He is an idiot, but he's not wrong.
He
in this.
is wrong. He's saying
Fuck
that
you.
he's saying that that is what that means. It is not. That is a phrase. It's the I read you thing. That's not.
No,
That's
no.
not. That's not mean. That doesn't mean listening is reading. That's
Whatever.
a phrase where we say I read you when you mean I hear you. It's a
is right.
fucking phrase, man. Are you nuts?
It's the same thing twice.
No, it doesn't. Fuck you.
Okay, we actually got to get to the nominees. It's
Fuck
open
this.
in a tab. You don't have to go to the drive.
Fuck you. All right.
I bet I can find some old people that are living just fine right now in this modern world without internet. My parents were those people until 5 years ago, so they're just
Well,
fine.
that was 5 years ago.
Just remember, I didn't have internet all throughout high school, guys. Somehow I was able to get by. So, without internet.
Yeah, the read you're using is understand.
Do you understand
so.
someone when you hear
So,
them?
do you understand the
Yes,
audio
that
book?
is what hearing
But
is.
you can
Oh,
also
but then you
understand
read
an
them.
audiobook, Schweiss.
Yeah, but that's not reading. Reading, there's the reading that is you reading words, and then there's the I read you, which is I heard you,
Hey, the
which
machine-
isn't reading, you fuckers. And I know you know it. You're just fucking with me.
Same
Craig
thing.
didn't know it at first, but he
Same
does
thing.
now.
No, I know everything twice.
All right, let's do our little now. Should we get some music in the background?
No, because we have to cut it off so that I can insert the rants later.
Oh, so this is going to be horrible for the people on Twitch.
Yeah,
basically.
sorry guys. On Twitch, this will be a nice little presentation on the recording.
This
and
is
on
how you
Twitch.
do. This is how you do award nominees for a podcast right here. That's what we're going to show you.
Thank you for the love, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
The nominees for the UFF Podcast Award for Best Episode of Ultima
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
Some real quick dealios here. We're gonna tell you the nominees on the show, and then you got to go on to Tweetor. We found out that the polls for the site are easily manipulated on Nude Clan, so we're not going to be able to do the polls on the site for a little while now. So you got to go on Twitter, follow Schweiss at UFF Podcast. I'll retweet these polls as well, and that's where you vote on these things. So even if you have to make a shell account for Twitter just to vote on it, I hope you join us in the vote. And you can only have a max of 4 things per category. So I had to. Most years that we've had, I've nominated everything that someone brought up, but this year I had to narrow it down to 4 in each category, except for one category that we'll get to. All right, so sorry about cutting you off there, Schweiss. What's our first category?
So the first category for the UFF Podcast Awards is the best episode of Ultima Final Fantasy. The nominees are Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy Tactics, KupoCon, a Final Fantasy convention,
Can't stay here.
and The Hunt for a Game Boy Advance SP.
Nice. The episode made useless by the fact that I'm going to stream that game and no longer use that advanced anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I'll give it out. The next category is worst episode. Now, we only had one nominee said by 7 people over and over and over again, and then I nominated the other one because I did not like that episode that we did. So you can guess which one's which. We have 2 nominees for worst episode. They are Advent Children Revisited and Everything Wrong with Final Fantasy Films.
So we've got 4 nominees for Best Non-UFF FF Show. Mog Talk, Dark Pixel Gaming, Final Fantasy Peasant, and Limit Break Radio.
Yes. I've only listened to FF Peasant and Limit Break myself. Mog Talk's a new one I had never heard of before, and Dark Pixel Gaming, they're actually out of Provo, and they did not respond to my Twitter.
They're out of Provo? Are you serious?
Yeah, they're a Final Fantasy. They're a gaming podcast that talks about Final Fantasy a lot, and they're from Utah, at least.
Oh.
So I tried to tweet at them, and they ignored me. Dark Pixel Gaming, I guess, is too big for this show.
Well, I thought you said it was Mog Talk.
No, Dark Pixel is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mog Talk, I don't know what that is, but someone on our forum liked it, so they're nominated for Best Non-UFFFF Show.
Yeah. Best Rant, we've got Rufus Shinra Wheelchair Retcon from me.
Stop.
4-syllable names.
Stop.
Oh,
That's where I got to insert him.
okay. Second nominee for Best Rant, 4-syllable names in tactics. It's a Joe.
And then
The third best rant for the year, the X button in Final Fantasy 15 from myself in the review part 1. All right.
and we got to insert him for best song as well. All right. Our next category is best song.
Best new song.
Best new song from, well, yeah, it's best song for 2017, man. You know, the Dave Mustaine version of, the hell was that song called? Melodies of Life? No.
Sutekidene.
Tekidane. Thank you. Dave worked on that for a very long time. Those were not released to the public yet, so I guess hopefully they'll be nominees on next year's. But we have 3 new songs that were put out this year. The first one being Season 4's intro.
Season 3's intro.
Season 3?
Yeah.
Hold on. Sequels, prequels, tactics. Okay, Season 3 intro.
Asshole.
Come on, it's our 4th logo. And our second nominee is the Season 4 outro.
Season 3!
Season 3 outro.
God damn it.
Fucking Obama over here. You gotta read from your teleprompter.
I do, honestly. And our final nominee for best song is Tack Tick 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 Ticks.
I know which one I'm getting my vote.
Oh shit. The other email or the note I sent to myself. Can you pull up sorry guys. Click on iTunes down at the bottom there. It's definitely down there. There it is. Okay. Give me all the guest episodes. Give me the names of all the guest episodes for 2017. Stormblood had guests, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Chasing a Final Fantasy Dream, so that was Chase. And his crazy last name. And then was Baindrum this year?
Let me check. Daniel. Daniel was one.
Daniel. Do we just call him Daniel?
Yeah,
What's his
just
last
Daniel.
name?
And Baindrum.
Baindrum.
Daniel, Baindrum,
Chase.
Skull.
Skull
was
Hottie.
in there.
Because we did best guest last year, remember?
Yeah, you did Chase, right?
Yeah, I got Chase. Who? Can you click on the episode description for Stormblood? It might say who joined us. You just passed it. It's the I button on the side there. It just says Caleb and Joe. Okay, then we didn't have a guest on that one.
I feel like we had one more guy, didn't we?
Spotlight from Hong Kong with Final Fantasy.
That's right. From Hong Kong.
Yeah, what was his name?
Oh, I almost have it. Riathmus. Yeah.
Riathmus.
Yeah. / James.
I'll call him. What did we call him on the episode? We just call him James?
I think so.
Okay, then I'm just going to put James because that's what people are going to.
I think yours was last year, Crin. Yeah, it was. It was July of 2016.
Yep.
So
Okay.
get out of here.
All right. Unfortunately, that's 5 nominees. Just have them go against each other.
We can do the site for this one.
There's no real other way to do it.
And we can have 3 and then 2 and then bring them together. We can have a bracket. It's a friendly
showdown?
competition. It's a friendly competition for best guess, sure. Yeah.
Alright, fine.
And I would say it's the other one. It's not Audience Maximus.
No, it's not.
That's that one we choose.
It's the guest that you liked the most on the show.
Yeah, as part of the show. So Okay. So let's do this category, and then we'll do best Final Fantasy.
All right.
Okay. The next category, this is going to be a friendly competition. Unfortunately, you can only put 5, or you can only put 4 in the Twitter poll, and we got 5 of these people, and we can't like kick one out, right? Like that would be wrong. So we're gonna have Twitter kick one out. And so this poll will last a couple days. We'll have a bracket on this one. This will be best guest of 2017, and these were all the ones that we could remember. Hopefully we didn't have any we forgot. And I think these were all Patreon ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Chase from Chasing a Final Fantasy Dream. And what's the Daniel one? Here, find Daniel. I'll say James from Hong Kong with Final Fantasy. Second one is James from Hong Kong with Final Fantasy.
Third one's Daniel, a lifetime of Final Fantasy.
Then Daniel from Daniel, a lifetime of Final Fantasy. Benjamin Skull Hottie.
All right, I got it.
You want to?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Skull Hottie from Skull Hottie, a Final Fantasy connoisseur. And okay. And last but not least, Bainjum from Bainjum Talks Final Fantasy.
Perfect. And our final category, we're not going to do best impersonation this year, which is sad for me. It's like we've had that for 3 years in a row, and then this year it's like, shit, we didn't do that many impersonations that lasted long enough. Except for the one dude from New York at the KupoCon episode where we talked about you can't stand here, but we both did that one.
Constantly.
Yeah, so our final category this year, we also had biggest F up last year as well. Our final category this year is Best 2017 Final Fantasy release, the 30th anniversary, by the way, for Final Fantasy. This will also be a bracket throughout the week, so keep up on the Twitter. What were the original? So these we've never put remasters or remakes or anything on these things. What was the best original Final Fantasy release this year? What were the nominees, Schweiss?
First nominee, Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Second nominee is A New Empire, Final Fantasy 15. The third is King's Knight, Wrath of the Dragon. The fourth nominee is Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15. Fifth, Type 0 Online. Number 6, Final Fantasy 15's DLC, episode Ignis, episode Gladiolus, episode Prompto.
Comrades.
And Comrades.
30th anniversary.
30th anniversary of Final Fantasy, and 3 of those are no. 2 of those are mobile. 2 are DLCs and expansions, and then I don't know what the hell Type 0 Online is. So,
if I were Square Enix, I would be embarrassed about this.
They should have just been like, we're we gotta push 15 back, like they did, and they could have been
bring
instead
it
of
into
pushing it back.
2017.
Instead of pushing it back 2 months, 2 arbitrary months,
they had to
back
release
into
it in 2016
January of
because
2017.
they had contracts.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, with Cup Noodle, they have that much clout.
Yeah, probably.
Cup Noodle's
Of course.
throttling them. They're like,
We had your guys' lunch for 6
we will
months.
shut you down.
Nissan is obviously the most powerful company in Japan.
Yeah, Nissan, they were the contracts that they had to. They're like, if this doesn't release in
Nissan
2017,
is the Japanese government.
if it doesn't release in 2016, you guys, we will put you out of business.
So guys,
Fucking
please
Cup Noodle.
please go to Twitter and please vote on those things. Remember, at UFF Podcast is Caleb's Twitter, and that's where we're going to put them out on. I am at Joseph DeGolier, and I will retweet them. Wow. I think that's we're probably good for this episode, Schweiss.
Yeah, I feel like we've
We've gone through all the news that we missed.
and I feel like we've shit on everyone's idea of internet and addiction.
Okay, yeah, there was a longer conversation between segments on Twitch. Once again, I don't believe internet is a utility. I do, however, believe it is a very strong want, and I would not want to live without it. But that does not necessarily mean it's part of my Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
I've got my own hierarchy of needs I'm going to make. The Schweisslows.
Yeah,
Schweisslos.
Yeah.
yeah.
Schweisslow.
I want to know what that... I want to know what would be different about your list.
We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I'll post it when it's done.
Pretzels.
Yeah. Reese's Puffs.
Instead of food, it's just like 3 things that you eat constantly.
Yeah. Pretzels, caffeine,
Bacon and eggs and coffee.
Reese's.
No water, just beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer. And then water's the like tiny little triangle at the top. Sparingly.
Only when absolutely necessary.
Yeah, only when there's literally nothing else in the vicinity do you drink water.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's gonna be it, guys. Check us out streaming on Twitch, please.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun raging conversations in between segments. It's always a blast. And thank you guys for yet another great year of Ultima Final Fantasy. I know we started the show in May, so it's not technically another year of the show, but it is another year of my life where the show was weekly. So thank you. And
Yes.
we appreciate all the interaction and all the questions and the time you guys take to reach out to us. And I'm going to try to be better about reading the email contacts and stuff like that once we get regular again,
Yes.
starting next week when we have the winners.
Speaking of, I said we were gonna do iTunes reviews.
Not
Let's
gonna
push
be able
those.
to.
Yeah, let's push those. So we had like an hour and a half worth of news. So,
Yeah.
well, shit. Check out Nude Clan, by the way, if you haven't checked it out.
Yeah,
if you're
Nude-
hesitant about it, don't worry. Me and Schweiss are both on there.
Yeah.
We'll lead you in.
I'm on there too.
My favorite episode is the Bounty Hunter review. So check out Star Wars Bounty Hunter review on Nude Clan,
It's a good review.
which will probably win best episode for 2017 of Nude Clan. But I don't know what's going to win this year for UFF, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Let
See
us
you guys
do it.
next week.
Enjoy the VR fishing grind again and again.
Ultima Final Fantasy is a podcast created by Geek Entertainment and is executive produced by Joseph DeGollier, Caleb Schweiss, Caleb Gray, and Cameron Wilson. Find out more at geekdomentertainment.com.
I have a little boss battle widget that I threw on the tactics stream, where you like throw bits, and like when you defeat the boss, you become the boss, and like it keeps raising the bit amount for.
Why the fuck don't we have that on Nude Clan, too?
I don't know. You guys can
That
put.
sounds awesome.
You guys can put it wherever you want. You just got to use the
I
tracker.
didn't find that app. I found the like leaderboard app for the thing. Is that on Streambox or is that on Twitch itself?
It's on Twitch alerts or
Twitch alerts.
which is stream.
Is it Streambox?
It's not Streambox, but it's
The
what
site you
it's what
use?
you're talking about. Streamlabs.
Oh, Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's this one right here. It's the
No, guys, it's Streambox.
it's
It's a
the-
secret.
I think it's it's Stream Boss. That's what it is.
Stream Boss. Okay.
The internet here is godly in my house. It is insane. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
A utility.
I pay for it, but it's insane. Let me check actually. Let me look at it right now.
Is it insane in the membrane?
It is insane it's insane in the brain, Caleb.
Man, you're fast. Oh shit.
Oh, it's dropping. Don't talk. The more we talk, it goes up.
No, the more we talk.
Holy shit! Talk! Give me 600. All right, so my download is 636 megabytes per second, and the upload looks like it's about 800.
Oh, we'll find out.
It keeps going up. Oh, almost 900. So it's fucking nuts.
And you know how much I get twice? Like 20.
It's because you live in Payson, Caleb. You should live where people are,
I do.
not where
I
animals
want
live.
to go.
Where the people are.
Twitch recommends 2,500. I probably could bring up the bit rate.
For 720p.
We should be.
We're at 360, aren't we? It's we always have low def stuff.
Maybe. I think we could
How
up
much
it.
would internet that good cost? I haven't had to pay for internet in a few months. Not that I paid for it before. Because it's not a utility. It's not a need.
Somebody else is paying for it.
That's right. So there's someone else.
Somebody
paying for a
else's
want.
need.
It was
like
their.
cable's
Actually,
not
that one
fucking
was their.
utility.
That one was their want. In this case, it definitely was for his parents. I will mess with the bit rate so that you guys have super super high def. Us, not that you might not want what you see, but we will see.
I
Thank
also
you.
got this 1080p video camera, and it's not even like.
Yeah, the camera's not that great. Honestly,
Not a good camera. No, yeah.
It's the best webcam on the market, but that's not saying a whole lot because it's just fucking webcam.
I looked into like what it would take for professional video, and my eyes went like. It went very large. It's like someday.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We are gonna get prepped for Nude Clan, so stay tuned. Jump on over there, and we will hang out with you for a couple more hours.